Hey there, beautiful souls, holy frickin' cannolis. Welcome to this new moon. This new moon, it is about grand manifestations, but in order to receive that grand manifestation, Spirit is saying that this energy with this new moon, it's about dense and intense. So don't scroll past this because you're not going to want to miss this. Okay, let's dive into this, you guys. You know, a lot of us readers, that we know what this energy holds. This energy holds great transformation, especially in receiving your manifestations. And the manifestations that are coming in are going to be way grander than what you expected. But Spirit says, in order to receive those grand messages, there is some dense and very intense energy that needs to be cleared out so that those grand manifestations can be delivered, so that they can be grounded and rooted in the longevity, okay? And what's crazy beautiful is before I hopped on, I pulled from two different decks. Now, typically, when it's a new moon, full moon, I will pull from Moonology. But Yasmin Bolin came out with the dark moon, and I've been using this one for myself, but today Spirit said I'm going to use the Moonology and Yasmin Bolin's new deck called the dark moon. Okay, in the dark moon, there's the feminine archetypes in those. So I asked Spirit, I asked two questions. Please show us what it is that needs to be known with this energy. What does this energy hold for us? Yes, it is these grand manifestations, but what does this hold? Like, what are things that we need to release, and who is working with us? Okay, so the two cards I got were Prosperity Lies Ahead, and look at this card, New Moon in Taurus. Okay, and then the next card is Stubbornness, but look at, this is the Bull. This is Taurus as well. When I looked in the book to see if this was related to the Taurus, because I did second guess myself, and this is. But this deck, this is the light version. This is the new moon. This is the dark version. And Spirit is saying it is through the dark and the light, which is bringing in those grand manifestations. You cannot have one without the other. Both are needed for expansion. Both are needed for healing, okay? So with this first card, Spirit is saying prosperity lies ahead. This is a validation. With this new moon, there is going to be truths and illusions that are coming to the surface. But it's through these that are going to help bring forward the prosperity, because the manifestations that are coming in, and some of you already might be experiencing like instantaneous signs and synchronicities, or your manifestations are coming in really quick. Spirit is saying this is focus on that root chakra. This is about getting grounded and rooted, because what is coming in, it's going to come in bigger and faster. That's why Spirit is saying this energy, it's dense and intense. It's going to hit you. And let me tell you, I already experienced it this morning, and it has been crazy beautiful. But this is about a deep, intense purging, clearing out to make room. What I just keep seeing is like a turnip or like a potato coming out of the ground. You know how, like, well, maybe not a potato, but something that grows real deep. And when you pull it out, there's that hole. That's what you're going through. That's what this energy is going to create space. It's going to create room for the grand manifestations, the things that you're creating and building, to have room to get grounded and really rooted in. Spirit is saying the prosperity is coming in, and look at here. We've got a lot of green, so this energy, this dense and intense energy that needs clearing out, it lies within the heart chakra as well. And when you work through this, when you alchemize it, it's creating more security and stability for yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Okay. Now, when I look at this card, this is the Stubbornness card. Spirit is saying there have been some people, like, the reason why it's coming in dense and intense because there's been something that's been pushed to the side, something that you know that you need to talk about, something you know that you need to alchemize and you heal, but you kind of been pushing it off to the side, or you do it a little bit and then you push it off to the side. Spirit is saying, no, it's coming in like a bowl. You're the learning opportunity, the thing that needs to be held, that healed and alchemized. Yeah, it needs to be held for a moment for you to alchemize. But Spirit is saying it's through this clearing out. Look at how her arms are stretched out. This is setting you free, beautiful soul. This is setting you free to another ascension of your higher timeline. Spirit is saying you've done the work. You're surrendering to the receiving. The reason why it's coming in so dense and intense is because you're leveling up. You are ascending. It is time to ascend into a higher state of consciousness, of freedom. And it's through, now this represents the dark Taurus. It's through the shadow work. It's through this deep, dense, and intense learning opportunity that's going to come to the surface, that is going to help set you free, that is going to help get you into even greater alignment with security and stability. And I just love, whoops, hold on one second, drop the card. I dropped the card, and Spirit is saying for some people, they're not seeing how grand this prosperity that lies ahead. And it's the shadow work, the stubbornness, something that you've either chose not to dive into and alchemize. You kind of been pushing it to the side, or you could have done it half-ass or maybe halfway. And Spirit is saying it has something to do with the heart chakra. So this could be relationships. This could be intimate relationships, family relationships, co-workers. I'm not really sure what this is, but it is revolved around relationships. But Spirit is saying you've been being stubborn about stepping into the power of your voice, because this energy lately is really about the throat chakra, speaking your truth, standing in your truth, healing from your truth, manifesting in your truth, receiving in your truth, okay? But once again, Spirit is saying you truly cannot have the light and the dark need each other. Once again, Spirit just keeps showing me a garden. When we plant the seed, it is in the dark. It's in that darkness that it begins to transform. It begins to release. And that is what is happening with you, beautiful soul. Spirit is saying it's through this too, that I see this color, and this has to do with your solar plexus. And the solar plexus is right below the heart chakra. And Spirit is saying there's something here that you've been holding onto but putting it off to go deeper with, and that's affecting your solar plexus. So this is where we hold our self-empowerment, our inner strength, really believing in who we are. So that's once again, Spirit is saying dense and intense, but you got this. You're at this stage because you can handle it. You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be working on it. You wouldn't be alchemizing it if you weren't ready, and you are. And I'm telling you what, those manifestations, they are coming in grand. That is why it's coming in like a bowl in a china shop. It is going to dismantle, but this dismantling is needed, okay? Spirit is now telling me to go to my Psychic Tarot Oracle deck, so I'm going to do that. And then I feel like we're going to go back to the Moonology deck. This is meant to ignite your passion. Look at this, you guys. It's clearing out the heart chakra. This dense and intense energy, whatever it is that you've been putting off or only healed halfway that lies within your heart, Spirit is saying this is igniting. This is igniting new beginnings. I see the circle. This is about new beginnings, but look at this is going to bust your third eye open. It's going to give clarity in your visions, and the visions of your manifestations, and the visions of what you are creating. But also too, I'm hearing higher states of consciousness. You're really starting to your third eye really opening up and reaching that higher state of consciousness. Okay. So I love this. I love this. This next card, you can't make this shit up, you guys. This next card, Spirit is saying you're moving on and you're doing it. Look at this, the blue. This is through your throat chakra, and it's yellow, your solar plexus. You're moving on from the dense and intense energy. You're moving on and you're moving into your inner strength, your self-empowerment, and you're doing it through the power of your voice. Now we have number 6. Spirit is saying 2 meanings with this 6. There's going to be a lot of reflection in this new moon energy. Reflection of what is this learning opportunity? What is this situation showing me? What do I need to release? What do I need to heal? This is about getting up on that observation deck, right? Spirit is saying you're moving on. You're moving on because you're no longer sitting in that dense energy. And this energy is meant to catapult you, okay? 6, security and stability. It's through the reflection of knowing what you need to release, but most importantly, what you're ready to receive, that you're creating security and stability, the longevity of your manifestations, okay? Because once again, Spirit is saying, it's like we said earlier, this is like pulling, like when you pull roots, not just like pull it out, but like you're pulling weeds, and you might have one of those little handheld shovels to really get the roots out. That's what this energy is about, because you are meant to be moving on. You are moving on. You are in a higher timeline, but you're moving into even a higher timeline. These manifestations are grand. So these roots, these old roots of old programming, limiting beliefs, things that you've been putting off on healing or discussing or having the conversations about, this is going to help you to move on. And it's helping you to claim your authority, your inner strength. And look at this, once again, new beginnings. And we've got number 4, Spirit is saying you're protected. You're protected in security and stability through the clearing out that you're doing. This is about embracing the light new moon and the dark new moon. This is about taking the bull by the horns and allowing the deep replenishment to happen, okay? But it's through this authority that the truth is being revealed. The truth is being spoken, okay? And what I heard is, I look at these scales and I heard justice, like, this is justice for you, because it's through the releasing that you're bringing justice to yourself. You're bringing in harmony and balance, and that is bringing in the grand abundance and prosperity. We've got number 20. So this is a reset. You are in alignment for reset. Through the resets, you're creating more alignments, but it's through this new moon energy, this Taurus energy, that you're really doing a deep reset, which is putting you into alignment in the right rooms with the right people at the right time, right places, okay? There's something too here with manifestation. Spirit is saying you've always been, when you manifest, you're looking out to you're looking out and visualizing your manifestation. Spirit is saying now it's time to step into the manifestation and look out. And so what I mean by that is, I'm just going to use this as an example. If you are some type of speaker and you've always been imagining being in these big rooms, talking to people, Spirit is saying now visualize yourself on the stage. See how the room is filled. Look at the outfits that they're wearing. Really observe yourself from the inside out. Okay, because that's what this energy is doing. It's ripping you inside out. It's really letting go of those deep-seated old programming, limiting beliefs, outdated contracts. And Spirit is saying this is needed because what's coming in is way grander than what you expected. Holy shit, look at, said this earlier. It's going to, it's affecting your root chakra. This purge has to come out so you have the longevity of a firm foundation. And Spirit is saying, some of you might assign that your root chakra needs this energy, like there needs to be some clearing. You might be having lower back pains, you might be having bathroom issues, knees and legs might be hurting. And this, focusing on the root chakra and embracing this energy and taking the learning opportunities and the situations that come forward is going to alleviate the pain. Spirit is saying the reason why your legs, your knees, your ankles, your toes, your feet may be hurting is because there's some type of resistance in that root chakra that is slowing you down on moving forward. But Spirit is saying, dive into that energy. You're moving on. It is time to move on. Okay? And through this, when you embrace this energy, when you take the learning opportunities and you allow yourself to sit with it, to alchemize it, to release it. Victory and success, beautiful soul. It is coming into you, for you, and through you. Purple, this is your crown chakra. This is about expansion and ascension of higher states of consciousness. You are doing this, but this energy, Spirit is saying, this is about grand manifestations, but with grand manifestations comes grand work with it. Okay. And once again, we've got number 6. You are creating security and stability. It is through the reflection of the situations that come up. Get up on that observation deck. Ask what it's showing, what it's trying to show you, either what needs healing, what needs let go, what needs alchemizing. And through that, you have victory and success, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. Okay. So I'm just going to go to the moon, the Moonology deck, and see if Spirit has anything else that they want to share with us. If I don't get anything, then I'm going to move to the sacred symbol, but I already did get something. So let me get my readers on, beautiful souls. Holy shit. You can't make this up. Work through the fears. That is what this energy is. It's going to be intense and dense, but you got this. We cannot have the light without the dark, and you can't have the dark without the light. You are the garden, and the seeds that you are planting are going to come up bigger and grander than what you experience. And Spirit is saying it's through working through the fears. Look at this purple. It is about higher states of consciousness. Okay. New moon in Scorpio. And that's what we're in right now. We're in a new moon. I mean, I don't know how much more clear this message can get, but Spirit is saying there is victory and success, but you're the key. You're the key. And this is about taking this dense and intense energy and stepping up and being the divine, limitless healer, master manifester, supreme alchemist that you are, and transform this energy. Okay. Okay. Holy freaking cannolis. I already got 1, 2, 3. Okay, I guess that's it. Holy shit, this card stuck. Like, look at this beautiful soul. You cannot make this up. It is through this new moon energy. You're healing the divine. You're healing the masculine energy. There's something here with the masculine energy. You're bringing balance. Ooh, Spirit just said you're bringing balance to the feminine and the masculine. Holy crap. Remember when I talked about the light Taurus and the dark Taurus? Yin and yang, this is about bringing complete balance in. An infinity sign, one side is gold, one side is white. And that's what this energy through this new moon, this is bringing deep replenishment. It's bringing extreme alignment and balance with the masculine energy. And look at, we've got 02. You're creating resets. Holy shit. There was a card. I thought I said something earlier about 02. It's through the resets that you're creating more alignment. And as you release this energy, as you release what doesn't serve you, you allow yourself to go into the deep, dark, and dense and intense energy. You're creating a reset, and that reset is creating deeper alignments for you. And then we have number 45. Okay, 4 + 5 is 9. It's through the releasing. You're wrapping up a difficult cycle, a difficult situation. Difficult endings are being released. They're coming to an end, and there's reset. So 4 + 5 is 9. And then if you break the numbers down, 5 is change. Positive change is coming, but you, in order to receive that positive change, this is about standing and being the divine master manifester, supreme alchemist, and alchemizing that energy, letting it go. Speak your truth. Spirit is saying this is going to create security and stability and protection. I hear we are with you. We are with you. The entire angelic realm, your entire spirit team, the universe, the collective, however you want to label it, they're carrying you. They're saying it is safe to let it go. It is time to let it go. Okay. And then we have the air card. So this is about manifestation. Spirit is saying those manifestations are coming in, and they're going to come in a very grand way. That's why this energy is, for some people, you might have been experiencing it on Monday, but look at this, number 28. This is a validation. This air card, the things that you've been thinking about, the things that you've been manifesting, creating, they're in alignment with abundance, beautiful soul. And the way, and you already see the alignment with the abundance, But Spirit is saying it's by you embracing this energy and really alchemizing, taking the learning opportunities and the situations that come up and releasing it and alchemizing it, that those manifestations, the ideas, the projects, the things that you're building and creating are going to be more abundant, more in alignment with your soul's purpose. Okay. I keep saying, it's going to be grand, but grand doesn't, like, if you were manifesting like $10,000, Spirit is like, oh, here's $1 million. You know what I mean? Like, that's how grand it's going to be. Okay. So let's go to the angels. Let's just see what angels are working. I know Jophiel is always working with us with these new moon cycles, or these moon cycles. So let's just see what other angels we have working with us. I'm going to split the deck here. Oops, I guess I'm not going to split the deck. All right. Oh my God. Ariel, sacred activist. You're the activist. This is about you standing up for what is just. And that is no longer holding on to things that don't serve you. This is no longer holding on to other people's projections. This is no longer holding on to how other people thought you should live, okay? And look at this. We've got the lion in the heart center. I'm telling you what, there's something here. You could be a Leo too, so that might be a sign. If you're needing validation, if this is for you, you could be you could be a Leo, or I don't know. They just keep saying Leo, Leo, Leo. But it's you standing in your heart center and allowing what doesn't serve you to be released. And look at third eye clearing. This is higher states of consciousness. And look at this. You cannot make this shit up. Archangel Metatron. Heaven on earth. That is what you're doing when you embrace this energy, when you allow yourself to alchemize it. These two angels, besides Archangel Jophiel and your team, these are the two angels that are primarily working with you in this moon energy. Being the activist for yourself, standing in the power of your voice, of your inner strength, and saying, I'm not holding on to your shit anymore. I'm no longer holding on what you try to project to me. I'm no longer holding on to the limiting beliefs, the old programming, and the outdated ways of living. And Metatron is encasing you in his cube, in the Metatron cube, encasing your manifestations, your ideas. Because what you're creating, what you're manifesting plays a very pivotal role in birthing a new earth. Okay, so let's get to the angel numbers. Let's see, angels, thank you for being here. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you to the collective of the highest vibrations. 1212, we've got duality. It says right here, duality. That's what this energy is about. The light and the dark, beautiful souls. It's going to be dense and intense, but you cannot have one without the other. They need each other in order for the light to expand. It's needed for healing. It's needed to really bust through the matrix, okay? And the card says, within you are shadows of dark and beams of light. The divine is reminding you to embrace the duality that is yours, that is your individual spark. The spark is being ignited and is ready to illuminate the path ahead. And that is your grand manifestations. And the affirmation is, I fully embrace who I am and allow change where it is needed. I trust the duality within me. It is done. It is done. It is done. So it is. So mote it be. That, my beautiful friends, is the message today. If you're ready to take on this Taurus energy, if you're ready to balance the light and the dark, if you're ready to alchemize and purge out the shit that doesn't serve you so that you can receive those grand manifestations, hit the heart, hit the light, type in Archangel Metatron, Archangel Ariel, 1212, or just say, I surrender to the receiving. So until we meet again, love, light, and many, many blessings.